All right. Okay. Let me lower this 1 second. I don't want it too high. Killing my eyes in here. All right. Let me go ahead and share this out on Twitter really quickly. Let's go to share. Tweet. All right. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, I think this will be the last live chat I gotta have in the car as we are ready to move in. So we're getting our furniture tomorrow. So I should have the setup completed within the next couple of days. So I do think by this time next week, we're gonna have a regular live chat in my new setup, which is gonna be fun. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna go, how the new videos will look just in time for New York Yankees baseball. So that's pretty awesome. Judge is healthy? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he plays immediately. You know, I'm hoping he is, like everybody else. I want to see a healthy Aaron Judge. We all do. So I'm excited about that. David, my friend, I am doing amazing. I am doing amazingly well. I hope you're doing good. Poirier and Hooker, that fight was amazing, man. Just a great overall fight. Two guys that could take a punch. Great fight. Just a tremendous fight overall. Two really good fighters. You know, if there was maybe 30 seconds left in the second round, Hooker might have won that fight. He might have got the stoppage. He was beating the hell out of Poirier after that second round. So the bell might have saved him. Yeah, the Matt Duffy pickup was pretty cool. You know, Duffy could play a couple of different positions on the infield. Teams had, I know the Giants had some high hopes for him. Tampa obviously had high hopes for him. So, pretty good player in this pickup for the Yankees. I like it. I don't think anybody would be against that one. Thoughts on joining First Take? I don't think that's going to happen. Poirier versus McGregor? I don't think that's going to happen either. I would make that fight. That'll make sense to me. I don't see it happening. Johnny, my good friend. Hope everybody's healthy and safe. Yes, I am doing well, my friend. Thank you. I am doing tremendously well. Cole versus Scherzer. We finally get it. And we probably get, arguably, one of the best matchups you could have in Major League Baseball. We're getting it immediately. Max Scherzer, one of the most dominating pitchers of our time, going up against Garrett Cole, one of the most dominating pitchers of the last couple of years. Tremendous, tremendous matchup. Right here in D.C., I wish to God they had fans because I would be there. But I'm more than certain they are not going to have fans in D.C. With everything that's going on there when it comes to the virus and also with protesting. So I don't think you will see anything like that happening right now. But great, great, great for Major League Baseball. It's a game that everybody's going to want to watch. Just terrific. Just a terrific matchup. I'm excited about it. I'm very, very pumped about it. I know everybody else is too. I've been getting a ton of messages on the whole Yankee situation. Any predictions on the fringe players making the Yankees 30-man roster? I think you'll see guys like Herrera possibly make it. Pitching wise, you might see a King make it. Maybe Clark makes it. You know, with there being a shorter year, maybe the Yankees feel this guy's ready to go. Maybe they feel he could make up that rotation a little more. But I think the Yankees rotation is pretty set. I don't think you want to throw somebody out there for nothing. Unless you feel somewhere around those lines he would really make a difference. And again, as you guys know, as the season progresses, the roster kind of drops back down to normal. So, yeah, you'll see some good things happening. You think Jones, Masvidal, and McGregor return first? I probably think, I don't know. I think they're all holding out for money. It makes sense. Makes sense to hold out for money. I think they are. There's no fans. So the whole UFC thing, it's kind of funny because there's no fans, so you're not really making the money you were making before. So I understand on guys maybe getting a little less right now, but I don't know out of those guys. I'll go with Jones. I say Jones comes back first. DJ Steele's my friend. Thank you so much. Mother of God. What the fuck kind of creature was that? Fucking Bigfoot. The Dominican version. Holy crap. DJ Steele's, as I was saying before, you interrupted the source. Thank you. I appreciate that. Cole versus DeGrom is a better matchup? Nah, I don't know. That's a great matchup. It is, because they're both New York guys. I get it. But Scherzer's one of the best we've seen in a very long time. So is DeGrom and Cole. I mean, I just love that matchup. I love that matchup. I can't like it anymore. Hot take, Jorge Masvidal is just an above average fighter. Nothing special. I kind of agree with that a little bit. Sorry that she scared you guys. She scares me every day. Trust me. The Dominican version. El Bigfoot. Oh, man. Baseball is back. Yes, Anthony, baseball is back. I'm very, very excited for baseball to be back. Does Burns have a chance against Usman? Yes. Yes, I think Gilbert is good. I think Gilbert Burns is very, very good. I think he's very, very good. Very, very good. I think he's really, really good. Yeah, I think DeGrom is hurt, isn't he? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if DeGrom's going to be starting, jumping right out there for the Mets this year. But the Yankees, speaking of the Yankees, I mean, a lot of good things. You got a 60-game season or so. DJ Steels. Wow. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it, man. You guys never have to do that. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Truly, 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 truly. Thank you so much. That's awesome. For whatever reason, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, man. But for the Yankees, you don't really have to, a shorter season, they can do many different things. They got a lot of good guys coming back. Again, there you go. You got Jordan Montgomery. You got Miguel Andujar, who's back. No, Stanton is healthy. I think hopefully Aaron Judge is healthy. We're hearing Aaron Hicks is healthy. So there's a lot of good right now for the Yankees. Offense shouldn't be a concern. $20. There you go, DJ Steele. Tell him, man. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, man. To tell him some guy to source robbed it. But yeah, there's a lot of different things the Yankees can do with pitching more than offense. I believe their offense is pretty well rounded. It's kind of ready to go. Now, however you set up the infield, however you set that up, however you go about that, I guess that'll be the difference. But they got a really good dynamic team, and the small amount of games, you got a lot you can do. The Yankees can do a lot of good things in a short period of time this year. I hope there's not as many innings limits on guys. Let guys go. Especially when it comes to later in the year, let guys like Cole go. Rest your bullpen. This is a great opportunity for the Yankees to have a really dynamic bullpen going into the playoffs. So there's a ton of big things the Yankees really favor a team like the Yankees right now, where your rotation has improved, but now you can also look at other things like holding back on your bullpen a little bit, getting them a little more fresh for the postseason, and going from there. We still don't know all the details to it, baseball, so it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out. All right, so hope you're doing great, Pete, and I'm doing good. Thank you. Coop, my friend, welcome. Sal, I know you joined. Welcome. Extra innings guy is Tyler Wade. So you got a guy like Wade there. The wins this season should change for starting pitchers. To be honest, they should get the win even if they pitch 3 to 4 innings. I'm kind of okay with that. I wouldn't be against that at all. I think there's a lot of things you can do this year with Major League Baseball. You could try some things out. National League DH, I don't think that ever should leave. I know there's some people who still don't like the DH in the National League, but I think with baseball being a business the way it is right now, with teams putting so much money into free agency, you got a lot of guys that are kind of left out there now that don't get a shot because only the 15 clubs in the American League or whatever it is has the chance to use that designated hitter. Put that among all 30 clubs now, and I think you would see quite the difference. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. The Astros are so damn lucky. Don't sit right. I agree. The Astros are a very lucky club. People want to talk about the wrong, maybe. Oh, God, it looks weird. All right. People want to talk about the wrong that some other clubs did. But the Astros are the worst of the worst. I don't care what anybody says. Opinion on Sean O'Malley: sneaky fast and very, very talented. Sneaky fast and very, very talented. I don't know how his chin is. We haven't seen that yet. Excuse me. But I'd say sneaky fast and very, very talented. I think Yanks go bullpen heavy instead of full bench at the beginning of the season. I can see that too, David. That's why I said I think you can see a lot of these other guys make the club, maybe that we didn't expect. I do think for the offense side, you can see a guy like Herrera make the team that can play everywhere, good speed. His peripherals look pretty good if you kind of break them down. So the Yankees have a lot of different things they could do. MLB doing a stupid move to DJ Steele's. I think everybody probably wants to talk about that. That I'm not a fan of. I mean, I guess I'll have to see it in person. The runner starting off at second base in extra innings. I'm just not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of it at all. I mean, we've seen many games go extra innings that you're really at the edge of your seat. I would hate to see a really big postseason game end up with a runner on second base where just a base hit, maybe a wild pitch or a pass ball and a sac fly ends the game. I'm not a major fan of that. I'm just not. That's not something that I'm a major fan of. I'm really not a big fan of that at all. I think that's kind of silly. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But we'll see how it goes. A lot of people apparently said it worked kind of well, but I don't know. End the game in a tie or figure out something else where I don't know. I mean, I always had the opinion of I always think rosters should be expanded anyway. I think having maybe 27, 28-man rosters always helps. I think that would also help you in extra inning games where guys can maybe get worn out a little more. But maybe there's not a perfect answer, so to say. But I think there's a lot of wrong answers. Let me put it that way. I don't know if there's a perfect answer, but I think there's a lot of wrong answers. Do people in here and only 46 people and only 6 likes get the likes up? Yeah, guys, if you don't mind, go ahead, hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Possibly get more people to join us. That would always be nice. And if you guys know, like I always ask you to, go ahead and share. If you have not shared, I'd appreciate it. Again, I can't wait to get back into this thing, guys. So much stuff to talk about. We have some really good things happening. Felix of NY News and myself. Yeah, so Felix is gonna be in here. Probably doing more things with the NY News page and whatnot. So, having the new setup is gonna mean a lot. It's gonna look different. It's not some amazing baseball setup, don't get me wrong. We just did a lot of work on our new living room that we're getting. And I kind of like the idea of more of a, I'm going more style than I am baseball because I think I'll be talking about a lot of things. When is the first spring training game? I don't know. I do not know. I have 3 weeks for the first ever spring training 2020. Yes, so July hits. Spring training is here. Spring training part 2. Summer camp, as they're calling it. Is back and ready to go for business. We got a trade deadline still. That is going to be interesting, especially when you talk about, guys that may not get paid like they would have in the future with free agency being around. That's going to be very interesting. Anna, thank you. I appreciate that. Summer camp, DJ Steels. They're calling it summer camp. Remember last year at summer camp? Do you remember what happened at summer camp? So yeah, they're gonna sing little kumbaya songs around home plate, wearing masks. By the way, I got somebody that DM'd me, right? And they said, Pete, you really should wear a mask while you're doing a live chat, so you guys, everybody can still hear me good. Are players going to wear these on the field? He said, oh, sweet Jesus. Are players going to wear this? I look like fucking Sub-Zero. Are players going to wear this? Johnny, let me tell you, I fucking hate this thing. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And don't get me wrong, I'm probably one of those dicks who don't wear it, that people call us dicks. I don't really wear the thing. Now look, if I'm going into a place and it's like it's required, all right, you know, no big deal. If I get to choose like we should, as regular Americans, I don't like to wear it. I don't like to wear it. I'm a nasally guy as it is. I don't like to wear it. DJ Steels. Look, there he is. There he is. I said it. Don't be one of those idiots wearing a mask in the car. Yes. Thank you, DJ Steels. Thank you. And people wanted pictures to wear a mask for protection. I think they're going to. Pete, your stop shirt in that light blue is fire. Be wearing it with, hey, my friend, thank you. New merchandise is on its way. New stop it shirts are on its way. Brand new. I've been working on these things. A lot of that's going on its way. I got a Ric Flair mask. Nice. 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 I like it. Yeah, DJ Steels, I agree. Anybody wearing the mask while they're driving, what are you doing? Look, it's funny because people would say some people don't listen or some people take it too far, but you always got your outliers. You got your people that go way too far and your people that won't do nothing. I drank my tea out of the Stop It mug today. The Stop It mug's a thing of beauty. It's an absolute thing of beauty. It really is. On a white, I thought the fiance was outside. I was going to tell her to go get me the Stop It mug. It's a beautiful thing. I literally just drank my tea before I got here. By the way, folks, anybody that likes gelato out there, listen to this. Cherry chocolate chip. Maron, let me tell you. Wow. Fresh made cone, cherry chocolate chip. Let me tell you. Delicious isn't the word. It makes an ugly woman look good. Okay? Or man for the woman, I don't know. The woman in here. Stop It face mask. I like it. DJ Steels. I like it. I'm going to have to DJ Steels your idea. Johnny, cherry chocolate chip. And there's another one. Rum and raisin. Hint of rum. Delicious. Delicious. Absolutely exquisite, folks. Dad jokes. Also, what other merchandise will you be coming out? And can you please send the link? Yes. Once it is up, you got it. See, John, you know rum raisin. Rum raisin is delicious. Now, a lot of times I get the mix of both because this is a treat for me. I've been working out so hard, so usually like on the weekend, I give myself a treat, and that's one of my treats for me working out so hard. Oh my God, DJ Steels. I agree. I think McGregor versus Gagey should definitely happen. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. McGregor versus Gagey should have been the fight. I think that's what Connor's a little upset about, that fight's not happening, but I agree. I think that should be the fight. Cherry chocolate chip. Johnny, I know your order, my friend. I greatly appreciate your support. There's a lot of you guys on here who are supporting me from the very beginning. Yes, you can mix it. Yes, I mix both of them. It's amazing. And they do the thing. It's an Italian guy. He takes it out. What two do you make? He bangs it up. Mixes it up. Bam. Right in the hot. It's not even cold. It's like warm. It was just made. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm coming with the mask. The Stop It mask is going to be a big ass Stop It right there. Huge Stop It right across. Huge Stop It. Do I see Boone resting players? Yes, he will still rest guys, I think. No doubt about it. Wow, I'm very happy. We're 20 plus minutes in, and I don't have no political comments. Very nice. Very nice. You think Covington deserves a rematch against Usman? Yeah, I think he should get the winner of that fight if Masvidal stays out. I think he should get Burns or Usman again. Everybody will watch a Usman rematch. That was a great fight. And there comes Ryan. I should make Stop It what? Stop It boxers for the ladies. Hey, I should make Stop It thongs for the ladies. And that's it. Johnny! I like your thoughts, Johnny. Stop It thongs. Coming to an ass near you. Stop It thongs. Coming to an ass near you. Oh, man. Aubrey Huff is already on. He probably is. Ryan is alive. Ryan has been here. Hey, look, folks. Me and Ryan got the podcast coming back, too. So that's something that me and Ryan been talking about for a while. So, yes, we are going to have the podcast. Actually, matter of fact, we are trying to make it the first ever. Maybe not the first ever. Let me not get ahead of myself. Basically, this live chat is going to be the podcast. It's going to be split like that. Ryan on this side or that side and me on the other side. And we're going to be able to have a segment where we're answering your guys' questions live. So I don't know how many people actually are doing that right now. I don't really care because it won't be as good as ours. Now, we do have a problem. Ryan, as you guys know, did a terrific impression. A terrific impression of Sterling Castro. Singing songs and whatnot. With today's time, I don't know if he'll be allowed to do it anymore. We might get demonetized. Ryan, only white impressions. Only impressions. You can't do it no more. You can't do Monique no more either. Only white impressions for you. And me, I can only impersonate Super Mario. That's it. Oh, man. Now, guys, we are going to come back strong. It is going to be fun. It is going to be exciting. And yeah, any other podcast out there is not going to match up because, folks, we'll come with everything. It's going to be very, very fun. You can't do Monique. You can't do Steve Harvey. You just can't. You just can't. I could do Joe Biden, though. Oh, man. Fight Island card is going to be great. Yes. Make baseball great again. I'm going to do it. Doug says, how's it going, Pete? This country needs some tough love from the churches to the dinner table. Thanks for standing for us. Time to wait patriotism. Doug, when I speak, I get a lot of people say, oh, you must just be this Republican guy or what. I'm not. And anybody can see it how they want. I am worried. I am significantly worried of where this country is heading. I wrote a post today about me growing up. If you guys know, I'm 30 years old. So for me being 30, I'm not old in the sense that so much change can happen so quickly. The way young kids are being brought up today is kind of scary. But it is what it is. I think there's a lot of things that are wrong in this world. And I think there is... No, I don't remember that video. I don't remember that one when Ryan did that. Ryan did so many great jokes. I don't remember which ones. Or specific jokes. I don't remember. Yeah, so... even for some of you guys on here that's probably younger. And again, it's not everybody. It's definitely not everybody. Because you got a lot of parents still who are very strict. And are teaching their kids about respect. But you also got a lot of people who have forgot the idea of family and what it means. Family means more than just having a mother or a father. Some people are raised by step-parents. Some people are raised by somebody they consider to be a father figure. But we all need that. Everybody needs that. And I think this country a lot of trouble in inner cities specifically. You got a lot of these problems in inner cities. For an example, when I was growing up, if you were a young kid, if you were a teenager, and I was among my friends and we were all together, and a boy slapped a girl in the face or started to beat her up, or two other people joined in, you better believe for us also going to kick your ass. We weren't going to film it. A lot of these young white liberals, like these Antifa groups, that feel the need that it's okay to get into people's face, whether you're black or you're white. If you don't share the same opinion, they get in your face. If you just give them one of those one good time, you'll never see it happen again. These are kids who were born with a silver spoon who don't know what it's like in the real world. And they've been trained under pure liberalism their whole life to think America's bad and America hates its own people. And America was built on evil. And it wasn't. Was everything good? No. Can I sit here being an 100% patriot? As I told you guys, I'd give everything for this country tomorrow. I wouldn't even think about it. But, yes, we have come a long way. But the only country that's been able to do it, how it's done it. We freed slaves. We fought our own country, each other, over these principles and these ideas. These idiots, and I mean to call them idiots, because they are out there breaking, they're destroying statues of people who fought for what they're trying to bring up. It makes no damn sense. It's literally dumb and stupid. America's been through a lot of shit. Yes, America's been through a lot. But America has also overcame just about every single problem this country has faced. Now, a lot of it's not America's fault. A lot of the problems that we're seeing today actually goes back to things like the family. It goes back to the way kids are being raised. It goes back to the school system. It goes back to a lot of these different things that we see in society of, oh, you can't say this because it offends this percent of people. You can't say that because it offends this one. You can't have a culture and a society where everyone is going to be offended by anything. Soon you won't have crayons or colored pencils or markers because it might be offensive to somebody. And if you think that's crazy, then what is next? Statues of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson coming down? And the media destroyed him for it. The media said, oh, he's making his way bigger. That will never happen. You're seeing it today. So crayons might be next. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows what's next? Well, Team Meatballs. I like the name Team Meatballs. Anybody who begs for segregation is dumb. You're stupid. Because what did your people fight for? Why would you want to be segregated? Why would you want to go backwards instead of continuing to move forward? That makes zero sense. Right, sis. Oh, man. I don't know. I just find it funny that, you know, I'm not a big fan of Aubrey Huff, and I'm not because I think Aubrey Huff, he's along the right lines of a lot of the stuff he believes in, but he kind of does shoot more for the controversy type actual let me speak facts, which is cool. I'm not knocking him. He has every right to do whatever he wants. One thing he did say that I agree with is your conservative baseball players, football, speak up. And I think you do need more voices speaking up. And you don't have that right now over fear of losing your job and fear of losing whatever fan base you might have. But he is right when he says you'd be shocked that there may be a majority that actually are conservative. I believe that. I do believe that. His podcast isn't bad. I agree. I actually believe that. One of the actors, I think it was, who was it again? Chris Pratt. I think Chris Pratt said it recently that you would be shocked about how many actors are actually conservative that come out and act as liberals, but they're not. Because they're scared. They cannot come out there and say what they really believe over fear of retaliation. So you see that a lot in this country, and that's not America. That's not the way this country was founded. That's not the principles of this country. You should be able to have any opinion you want, no matter if somebody thinks it's controversial or not. You're allowed to share that opinion. So that's what men of every color died for, to make this country that way. So it's kind of funny to me. I would never be a part of cancel culture. Even if a liberal does something wrong, I'm not saying their show should be canceled. I don't believe in that. I think that's ridiculous. Everybody has the right to feed their family. Everybody has the right to work. Everybody also has the right to share their opinion. That's the way I see all that. Yeah, the NBA is pushing very, very hard, but at what cost? At what cost? For an example, a lot of people are kind of bringing this Nike thing down. Nike had one of their worst quarters of all time, and people are saying that's due to coronavirus. Quarters are based off previous quarters a lot of times, or it was based off of something, but they did really, 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 really bad. And a lot of people relate that to some of the support they've shown towards certain characters that, whether I agree with it or not, have found certain issues to be very controversial towards the country. And I think that's going to hurt people. Folks, look how the NFL suffered when it was at the height of the kneeling situation. Viewership was down by the millions. It was down a ton. Ratings were horrible. I didn't hear about NASCAR's ratings today. But the NBA, look, they can do whatever they want. Whether I agree or I don't, they can do whatever they want. But if a lot of players are going to make things about politics, some people don't want to hear this shit every day. They want to come and watch something. They want to come home and watch their favorite team play basketball, and that's it. They don't want to hear, here's the politics of it. Look what he has on back of his jersey. People want to come home after working 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day, put their feet up, maybe enjoy a beverage, and watch a game. That's what people want to do. That's usually how America works. People want to come home and spend time with their families and get away from other things. They don't just want to see this stuff. People in this country get 12,000 people, 12,000 bucks for no reason. In addition to unemployment, people would be more likely to order new Nike clothes. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, it's just a bit crazy. Occupy, I always respect your opinion, so let's see what you got to say. Conservatives have been on the wrong side of history. Conservatives wanted to stay a colony. Conservatives wanted to preserve slavery. So are you not putting conservatism with the Republican Party? Because the idea that the party switch is a lie. That's a pure myth. A lot of voter pools switched because Republicans then started to go down to the deep South to get new voters. That whole idea that they switched parties and ideas, that never happened. That never happened. Yeah, that never happened. The Republican Party did a lot to do with when it comes to actually passing civil rights bills. That wasn't the Democrats at all, nowhere near it. No. I'm talking the whole idea that I'm talking about, Occupy. A lot of people make this mythical distinction that after the civil rights movement, right before that and a little after, the Democrat platform became the Republican platform, and the Republican platform became the Democrat platform. That's not true. That never happened. That's a lie to take away from the horrific times that Democrats have had. That's a new age lie that came out of nowhere. Just, we got to come up with something. That wasn't the case at all. The Democrat Party of the KKK and segregation is what the Democrat Party of today was. They just do it in a different way. Everybody living off the government, food stamps, destruction of the community, destruction of the family, the crime bill that took away thousands and millions of black fathers away from their home for minor offenses. That is all the Democrat system. And I am not a Democrat hater. I just tell the truth. Republicans, whatever. I think they fight enough. I think they're useless in many senses. Democrats have a horrific history. Just being fair. Doug, I'm there with you, man. I'm there with you. The media makes its money. No, I know you're not. I know you're not. I know you're not. You're a good guy. You have really good conversation. I appreciate them. You're an independent, and that's correct. I'm just saying, if you're saying conservatism is what the Republican Party has been and is, I disagree with that, because the Republicans are actually the ones who did everything for minorities back in the day. Whether you have that opinion now or not, they did. They got all those bills passed. But a majority on all the bills passing of writing votes, of civil rights, they're the reason those bills passed. Dixiecrats, that's true. That is correct. They were the party of literal white supremacy during the time. You're right about that. But the idea that all of a sudden became what the Republican Party is when the Republican Party actually went after white voters in the South because they didn't have them. And then after civil rights, a lot of black voters started voting Democrat. That's the switch, but it's not an ideological switch. That was never an ideological switch. The platform's kind of been the same. Biden did sign the crime bill. You know, another thing that people get confused when I talk on Twitter is I would say that how can you vote for Joe Biden? So people assume immediately that because I say that, I'm telling you to go vote for Donald Trump. I'm not. I don't care. If you don't like Donald Trump, cool. That's fine. You do not have to like Donald Trump. You don't have to. That is okay. I'm not here I don't work for the campaign. I'm not here to get anybody over there to vote for Donald Trump. You vote for who you like. My problem with Democrat voters is this. Your platform is pandering to black voters. Your platform is pandering so much to black voters that you wear kente cloth and kneel with African garb on of an African tribe that handles slave trading. So my problem with that is that you rather vote for a guy who's been all anti-black for 45 years. You're a party that had 4 years to choose a good candidate, and you choose the thing you're against the most, an old white man. That's what I don't get. Donald Trump is apparently a racist, but we're going to vote for the guy who's actually showed it with actions. The crime bill alone is enough. That to me is funny. That is what I don't get. If I was a black male and I said, look, I don't like Donald Trump, I think he's a racist, whatever, fine. But I can't go vote for Joe Biden. So you guys got to give me something else. That's all I'm saying. Is I see a lot of people go, oh, Biden 2020, and the next post is talking about Donald Trump being racist. But you're going to vote for Joe Biden? Who chilled with an actual KKK member, Robert Byrd, and said he's one of the greatest men he's ever met. Went to his funeral. Robert Byrd was literally a KKK grand wizard. He was a Democrat senator. Whatever. There you go. Occupy. Exactly. But look what happened here. Black Lives Matter has now just become a propaganda machine for the Democrat Party. That's all it is. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off. Because the idea of what that movement could be is good. Yeah, you got co-founders who are Marxist. They literally said it. They literally came out and said, we are trained Marxist. This is not a lie. Marxist. They said it. And then they said, our mission is to defeat Donald Trump. Why? Your mission, I thought, that we all thought as a community of people of every color, we thought this movement was about inequality, fixing the police system. Cool. I'm for it. I'm all for it. But how could you be for it now? How can you sit back and go, this is correct, when you got people destroying things they have now merged with Antifa, a white liberal group that is literally have everywhere. A bunch of soy boy bitches, to be honest. All they need is one slap across their face and they go running away. So that is my whole thing about that whole idea of all of it. Is it's been destroyed. It's been destroyed by anarchists and by what their founders say it is. Simple as that. the car life. Simple as that. That's my thoughts. That is my thoughts. If you are looking at Anna, you said the Republican Party and Trump are not perfect, but the Dems and Biden are worse. Folks, this shit isn't hard. I mean, it's not hard. Yeah, cars work wonders. But this will probably be the last live chat in a car, unfortunately. You know, all you got to do is look at inner cities. I mean, really. If you here's let me give you an example. I am a business owner of a large corporation. I am the sales director. That's my job. I'm the sales director of this company. Okay? My only job is to better sales year after year after year and make things better for the people who work for me. As sales go up, their salaries are going to go up. Let's say they work on commission. They just keep doing better, okay? I hold this job 25 years. I'm in this job, okay? Same job, nothing's changed 25 years. Only difference is somehow I've kept this job for 25 years with a year after year decline in sales, okay? 25 years have gone by, and for whatever reason, sales have continued to get worse. Keeps getting worse year after year, but the people keep me around. They go, I like him, he's good. That's your Democrat inner cities. What has gotten better? Nothing. Crime, 50 years, some of these places. 45 years, 30 years under full Democrat control. And they're trash cans. That's all I could say. Let me see what my friend Occupy said. All right, fix the police. Step 1, legalize soft drugs like weed and shrooms and decriminalize hard drugs. Treat it like a public health issue. They aren't even talking about it. Reduce the cop interactions. I have heard legalizing the small offense drugs. I'm okay with nationally. I'm definitely okay with that nationally. I've also heard a lot of people say hard drugs also decriminalize them and let there be a place where people could go to use them. I don't know. I mean, I don't like to talk about a lot of things that aren't necessarily my field. Politics I've been into and have been studying my whole life. Regarding that, I don't feel I know enough of the optics behind it to give you a great answer, to be fair. Do I understand the reasons why it could make sense? Yes. Do I understand the reasons why I think it may not make sense? I could see both sides of that immediately. But I would like to dig into that one a little more before I answer something like that. But I could see what behind it is. Yeah, weed should be legal time ago. I do got the 1950s Italian haircut, yes. I'm going to make Italians great again. All I'm going to do is make Italians great again. Italians always been great. We've always been great. Somebody said recently, actually I think I put a post about it. I said, somebody said, what did they say? They said, I'm tired of, well, it was some ignorant, it was an ignorant black guy. It was an ignorant black guy that said it. Something along the lines of, I'm tired of white people listening to our music and this, and just an ignorant statement that nobody agrees with. So I retweeted and I said something along the lines of, well, God, if that's the case, don't let me start talking about everything the Italians do that everybody else has copied. Because you may not have shit right now if that's the case. But anyway. Comments like that are silly. 100%. Team Meatballs, 100%. 100%. 150%. Actually, when I released Sunday Dinner, the first Sunday Dinner I released, I actually was on a radio show, podcast with a guy interviewing me. Um, and he asked me about my Italian heritage and all that. And I even told him, I said, actually, Italian influence plays a major role on hip hop culture. And the interviewer was black. He was an older black. And he goes, "Oh yeah, no doubt about it. It's not even close. More than anything." And that's just fact. I mean, that's 100% fact. So, Italians play a role in not even just music, but in pop culture, in food, in theater, just a lot. A Sunday Dinner, face mask, and thongs. There you go. I do a lot. I do a lot. We have talked about the Yankees quite a bit. If you have any Yankee questions, I'll still be happy to answer those. We're almost going on an hour here. I mean, it has. I mean, look at a lot of names are based off of it. You hear the name God, movie culture, Capone, just influence of pictures, of images, imagery, of song title. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. And a lot of words actually derived from when Italians first came. Like the word ghetto, that was actually Italian slang, especially even coming over from Italy. A lot of word usage and things of that nature. A lot of that is actually derived from Italian. Occupied, it makes a lot of sense. That's actually pretty interesting. That's actually pretty interesting. I heard it already. I've heard almost all of Jojo Pellegrino before, so I'm sure I've heard that song. I didn't hear the Jays might play in Florida. I did not hear that, no. Who do you think is losing free agency out of Judge, Sanchez, and Severino? Well, Severino, they already locked in. Severino's already locked in, so he's already signed. So between Judge and Sanchez, if they both show they're healthy, I think you got a better chance of keeping Judge than Sanchez. Austin Wells is good. Austin Wells got good stuff. Austin Wells got good stuff. Very, very good lefty bat. Could play a couple different positions. I know he wants to catch, but I see him more at first base. So it'll be interesting. If the Yankees ever go 45-15, I'll do cartwheels all around my house live. You can hold me to that. I agree. Occupy, I agree. Now, Occupy, I'll ask you the same question. To make lives better in general, out of the two people that have the chance to do that in this country going forward, a Joe Biden group or a Donald Trump group, who would you choose? Just know the leaders and their teams. Who would you choose if that's the case? If that's all it comes down to, who would you choose? If we're talking about making lives better, that's the economy, that's jobs, little things like that. Who would choose that case? And I know you're not a fan of either, so I think it's a pretty fair question. Ryan, we all know that answer. That name sounds very familiar. Tony Testa. That name sounds very familiar. That name sounds very, very familiar. Maybe Occupy dropped off. I don't know. Maybe he dropped off. But I would love to see his answer because he is a moderate and he doesn't really side either way. So I love people like that. Well, here he goes. I just think Trump has poisoned the well so bad, and he is so decisive. Biden sucks, but a lot of people just like him. Wow. I would expect a different. I don't see the now. My whole thing when it comes to this divisiveness that apparently Trump brings. Did Trump bring that, or did the media create that? That's a great question. Because I'll tell you what, if somebody's going to tell me what party over the last 3.5 years have been more divisive, it's been the Democrats. It's not even close. You got even Republican politicians being shot at on a baseball field. No Democrat has denounced what we see going on right now with rioters. Not one of them. So I don't know. I feel like it's been a media creation. I really believe that. I don't see Donald Trump as being divisive. I just don't. I don't see Trump as being this guy that you watch him and you're like, my God, this guy's making people go out there and hurt each other. I don't see that. It is the mainstream media. That's always been my opinion. I said it before he became president. Yeah, I agree. I mean, my personal opinion, if this whole thing is legit and there is no mail-in ballots like they're pushing and that doesn't affect nothing, I don't even think this is going to be a match. I think this election is going to be over in the first 2.5 hours of election night. Maybe quicker than that. I really believe that. Joe Biden's just not the guy. No, people say they like him. Who? There's no enthusiasm. You got to have enthusiasm. You got to have enthusiasm. Trump was very close with JFK Jr. That's very true. He did. JFK Jr. did want a Trump presidency. He actually, according to some people, he apparently said that Trump would be president one day if he runs, though. I mean, he got that one right, didn't he? Yeah, but here's my thing about that. I agree. I've always said this. Anybody who knows me knows I'm just down the middle with things. Trump's Twitter is his best friend and his worst enemy. Because I have even liked videos or retweeted a video, and then you'll see me delete it because I'm like, I don't agree with that point. I can't sit here and say he did that person. I don't believe that. That to me silly. To judge a guy off of that, to me, is silly. Yeah, I had somebody argue with me. If you guys remember the Democrat primary, right? The Democrat primary went from Joe Biden being behind Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, which nobody even knows of anymore, and Bernie Sanders. He was in 4th and 5th place in the first 4 primaries. All of a sudden, Bernie Sanders comes out with his psychotic socialist ideas and praising Fidel Castro, and all of a sudden Joe Biden's in 1st place out of nowhere. Nobody thinks that's odd. Nobody was voting for the guy. Joe Biden, before the pandemic, couldn't get 150 people to show up to hear him speak. All of a sudden, we're led to believe he's this guy that's going to beat everybody. I'm sorry. Vision and optics mean a lot. Vision and optics mean a lot. Michael, you got it the other way around. You got it the other way around. If Biden wins, there's going to be a civil war. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I think if Trump wins, you're going to have massive protest going on, maybe for weeks or even months. But I do think at that moment, if he does win, he should call the National Guard immediately. Immediately out to everywhere, have everybody on guard, because you can't have people throwing temper tantrums. It's a damn political race. If Trump lost, I would be upset. I'll admit it. It's not gonna make me want to go hurt somebody. And I think the majority of Trump supporters believe that way. Yeah, but I think that rubbed a lot of people wrong. Remember, Trump gets a lot of Cuban votes. He gets a lot of Venezuelan votes. For that reason, these people actually lived among dictators. So when they hear ideas like a Bernie Sanders, that's not good for the Democrat Party. So that scared a lot of people away. So we'll see. But didn't The Simpsons also predict that Trump dies? We're going to talk about The Simpsons, and didn't like Hillary Clinton or a woman become president after that? Yeah, I don't see Trump losing. I just don't. I don't see Trump winning. If Democrat, let me just say this. When people talk about motivation, I think they are very, very wrong. Let me tell you why I think they're wrong. If you think that the majority of America, I'm talking about 95%, if not more, of America agree with mayors and governors, all Democrat, by the way, sitting back and letting cities be destroyed. If you think that the majority of America are okay with that and are not using that as a reason to go vote for Donald Trump, you're out your mind. If you think that these Antifa group, this Black Lives Matter group, a lot of the ignorant ones that you see out there doing this nonsense are making people want to vote for Joe Biden, who has not denounced it at all, and no Democrat has, if you think over the last 2 months there has not been many Democrat voters, maybe fringe Democrat voters, maybe a little left, who has not said we're actually going to go vote Trump now, you are out your mind. Let me tell you, you are out your mind. You are out your mind. Trust that. The Yankees could definitely lock Gleyber Torres up, especially during this time. It could make a lot of sense. Yeah, it's funny because, look, I think everybody could admit Obama wasn't a good president. That's not knocking the man. I never wish harm on the guy. I wish he does good. That's why I don't understand a lot of the hatred towards Trump. You should want to see him do good. Once the debates start, Biden is done. I don't think it's even going to happen. Look, people have argued with me for the longest time. People have argued with me about this for the longest time. If I am Joe Biden and I am helping him win this campaign, there is no way in hell I am letting this man anywhere near Donald Trump. I could see it right now. Come on, Joe, you get it out. Come on, Joe, remember, get it out. Look, he's sleeping. Wrong. Segregation comments. Crime bill. His record for 8 years. Hunter Biden. China. There should be no way in hell you would want Joe Biden debating Donald Trump. No way. No way in hell. If I'm on that campaign, I'm the first one raising my hand saying, guys, look, nobody apparently likes Trump on our side. No Democrat likes him. We don't need this. We'll make up an excuse to say we don't want to share the same stage as this guy. That's it. That's it. And another thing, the reason you're seeing such a pander to the black community right now from Democrats is because you got a lot of pollsters out there already saying that Donald Trump might get 20% black vote. If Donald Trump gets 15% of the black vote, the race is over. And they know that. I have a guy, for an example. In 2016, he told me about who's going to win. He predicted Trump. He did everything. How the hell you do this? Apparently, my friend of mine been doing poll stuff for a couple of companies for years. He's about 42. Been doing it for a long time now. And he literally told me flat out, it would not shock him one bit if Donald Trump got 25+% of the black vote. And he said Hispanic vote is going to go through the roof. So we'll see. But if that's the case, the race is over. It won't even become close. So we'll see where this whole thing goes. Do I think someone can hit 400? Yeah. In 60 games, I think they can. You got guys go on, 40-something game streaks where they hit great, so you never know. Yep, I truly believe, folks, look, there's obviously something behind the brighter pictures here. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but why is there such a newfound hatred towards this one man? It just doesn't make sense. What is it? What is it? There's been this hatred of Donald Trump once he ran for president, once his ideas came out. It's weird. It's very, very weird. Oh, over 16. Somebody's going to pop a good 20 plus. Hey, my friend, how you doing? Thank you. How's Vegas looking? How's Vegas looking right now? He's not part of the swamp, but he's also bringing a lot of that Washington power down. It's funny because a lot of my friends that I talk to that are Democrats or are very liberal on Twitter, they don't even see the facts. They don't want to see the facts at all. Donald Trump was set up. The Russia collusion story was all fake. It was all fake. The whole Russia collusion story, they got evidence saying it should have been done after 2 months. They extended the whole thing. The Ukraine call, it's a joke. Joe Biden is literally on tape doing worse than what Trump did. So, I mean, when you see all that, it does make you wonder. They're going very, very hard to try to stop this election. Whatever they can do to ensure this man doesn't win, it's very, very strange. It's very, very strange. Very strange. Well, Shay, hold on. Shay, you said you feel like he has a way shadier history. Folks, again, it's just fact. It's not somebody making this stuff up. If you're a black American and you want to support the person who you think is going to help you the most, it's got to be Trump. And it's funny because people automatically jump to, oh, well, I don't like some of the comments he made. What about the actions? Look at Biden's actions. The crime bill alone is enough to say no. He talked about segregation. He literally said he doesn't want his kids to grow up in a jungle, in a school that's a jungle of all different people. Donald Trump, look, like him or not, the First Step Act, it basically reversed the crime bill. Let tons and tons of African Americans out of prison for bullshit minor sentences. Opportunity zones. Huge for businesses to come in, put capital into inner cities, creating new jobs. He did all that. Lowest black unemployment. More black people in the workforce than ever before. Companies coming back to this country. In cities like Detroit, like Pittsburgh. The list goes on and on and on. There is no, I think, one has a shadier history. He does. The funniest thing that people will say about Trump is, years ago, he got sued as a real estate mogul that he didn't want to rent to minorities. Find me a real estate mogul who has not been sued or brought up facts about discrimination. It's the easiest thing to do in the world when you're huge into real estate. It's just comical. I grew up in New York my whole life. My father grew up in New York his whole life. You never heard anything about Donald Trump being this big racist. It all of a sudden came out of nowhere once he ran as a Republican versus a Democrat. All of a sudden, he became the KKK Grand Wizard. All of a sudden. But before that, rappers loved him. He was always around African Americans. He was always donating the causes for Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. Muhammad Ali absolutely adored him. Muhammad Ali's son today said he would have voted for Trump. He knows he would have. His father would have loved Donald Trump. Martin Luther King's daughter loves him. I mean, it's just because these people lived among him. The idea that all blacks hate Donald Trump is a joke. And you're going to see it this election. If all is fair, you're going to see black support go through the roof for this president. Watch. Don't let the media fool you. Black and Hispanic votes for Trump are going to go through the roof. Mark my words on that one. Mark it down, folks. No, I never saw that show. I never saw that show. My friend Eddie, yes, let's go Yankees all day. The season is back. Definitely a great thing to be back. Guys, again, The Hill. I gotta watch The Hill. I haven't seen it. The Matt Duffy signing is good. Matt Duffy's a good ball player. Hasn't been able to stay healthy. The Giants thought he was going to be really good. The Rays thought he was going to be really good, so why not? Not a bad pickup for the Yankees. Guys, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. I'm shocked that we have gone this long. But we will keep going. But no, I'm gonna get ready to jump off, guys. It's been over an hour and 15 minutes. Again, thank you guys so much for joining. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are the best. Again, this is probably gonna be the last live chat in the car. So say goodbye to Simonetti in the car. They're gonna now go in the new setup. I should be getting almost all the furniture tomorrow. So guys, again, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you all. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Talk to you guys again very soon. You're the best. Thank you.